Sorry to clear my throat, but hello, it's me, the Gothic Republican, LeVere. I'm dark and gloomy and life's so dark. Goth bless America, guys. Hey, I want to talk about a subject, and it's one of those things that, the SJW dumb fucks go around saying black people can't be racist, supposedly. Well, and I supposedly have white privilege. The ignorance that comes out of people's mouths, and, I feel like the right-leaning Republicans now are the skeptic community now. So we're in the same line of atheists now, surprisingly. We question Islam, they go around with this supposedly white privilege, which, again, they can't prove there's such thing as white privilege, and then they come up with this dumbfounded ignorance that, they come up with these fake stats that we question constantly, and we disprove them constantly, and they show no proof. And the question remains, can black people be racist? And if there is such thing as institutional racism. Well, okay, if there's such thing as institutional racism, the whole situation between Jim Crow and MLK and Malcolm X, how we fought against the government, how back in the day they fought against the government, against that, and MLK won. Explain that to me. In Congress, there's no bills going past or through. And Donald Trump's not the racist, because you definitely know he's not. And there's proof of it. He's actually putting more college funding in to CPSU. More funding for African American college funds. So again, how he's a racist, that's my question. And it's just the ignorance that the alt-left who comes around with this dumb crap. They want to label us as alt-right, which, again, we have the alt-right. It's not even left or right. They're just a bunch of dumb fuck, hillbilly, dumb-ass rednecks from backwoods, eastern dumb fuck Kentucky, which is only one small town of just one person. Again, there's not very much of these dumb shits. And racism is disgusting and horrid, and anybody and everybody can be fucking racist. And I experienced this shit myself before. I used to be in an interracial relationship with a black woman. Her name was Jonica, and we were planning on getting married. We were engaged. And I tell you one thing. I bumped into so many people who had problems with me in an interracial relationship with a black woman by other black people. I had some issues between, one family member who was white, because it was an interracial relationship. But in all seriousness, it's none of your fucking business who I fucking date. That's the facts. And I come across with these assholes who try to pick up on my lady and call me a dumb white boy. Ignorance is ignorance, and I had dealt with some relatives who are racist before, and they can go fuck themselves. And the question is, can black people be racist? I come across with this video, and I want to bring it up, and it proves my point. Check it out. I was searching through online, and I was checking out a few videos and a few kind of SJW bullshit that comes out of people's mouths. And I come across with this one. This one really takes the cake of nothing but bullshit. And this video proves my point that regardless of what race you are, you can still be a narrow-minded, bigot, ignorant racist. By the title, it says, black people can't be racist. Well, this video proves that I'm right. That, yeah, they can.
Let me set the record straight. For you white supremacists out there,
well, again, not very much of those white supremacists are out there, to be honest with you. The only one I can ever think of who lives way out in eastern Kentucky of, cousin fuck Kentucky with these dumb rednecks in the trailer park. And he probably lives on welfare and slaps his wife, and he calls the people the N-word regardless if you're white or black. And, again, not very much of those people. And they have no control. They don't have no power. So, and then there's probably a few closet racist people, but again, those kind of people are just fucking cowards, and they kind of stay to themselves, and, you know, they're pussies. Okay, continue.
To you. I often hear white people claim that blacks can be more racist than whites.
Well, I never really heard of that. I mean, you know, really, that never came up in the discussion of what is racism before. But, you know, go on.
Which is fucking ridiculous. It astounds me how whites can be so stupid but claim to be intellectually superior. I don't know how often white people smoke meth, but you really need to stop immediately because it seems like you're losing lots of brain cells.
But you say black people cannot be racist, but ergo, you make a racial stereotype that white people smoke meth. That proves my point there, that you are a racist. Okay, continue.
How can blacks be racist if we don't have the power to set up a system to oppose another group of people?
Oh, so you tell me systemic racism. I think that ended back in 1960. I don't remember. MLK, Malcolm X. Do you remember these people who basically fought against the KKK, fought against Jim Crow? There's no registration. There's no bills coming through the White House or Congress or any other small counties that wants segregation or systemic racism. The best illusion that you have is non-existent because you have no proof. And the funny thing about it is, there's millionaires who are African American, actors, actresses, athletes, business owners. So if there's supposedly a system of systemic racism, they're not doing a damn good job.
We're in a white man's land. Did you forget? Why would we call the shots in their house?
And you know, that's the funny thing is, it took other white people to fight other white people to free you in a civil war. Just bringing that up. Just bringing that up. The hypocrisy coming out of your mouth is beyond me.
We built this country in their favor. We're here to do their bidding. How can we be racist?
Whoa. How about Native Americans? They were forced to work back in the days. Chinese immigrants were forced to forced labor. Just saying. My ancestors were, you know, I'm a quarter Hebrew. And my ancestors were forced to make pyramids for the Egyptians. Am I holding a grudge against people today about holding a grudge towards people who are Egyptian today? No. Am I holding a grudge against German nationality people here today? The answer is no, because I know what happened in the 1940s with Germany and the neo-Nazis putting Jewish people in concentration camps, but that was back then. The Nazis are gone. World War II happened, and we kicked the shit out of the Nazis, and basically Adolf Hitler fucking shot himself. And just saying. I'm not holding a grudge against people who have German nationality or Egyptian nationality. I'm just bringing out the facts there is that let it go. It happened back in the past. You're not enslaved. You're not going through oppression. You're in mass delusion. That's a fact. Racism comes in all shapes and forms and all racist. Anybody can be fucking racist because you're proving that you are a racist. That I could see that.
You won't let nobody come in your house and fucking tell you what to do, right? No. You might have built that house, but hey, you're the slave. You might have built this house, but hey, you're my fucking slave, so I'm gonna tell you what to do. You're not gonna call shots. No, you're my fucking slave. Same thing here. Same thing applies. We were the slaves who built this fucking country. They didn't even get reparations. Rape, slave, murdered, and robbed our people for 500 years. Still didn't get reparations.
Well, same thing with Native Americans, Jews, Greeks. I mean, even other people who are white nationalities in Europe. People in Africa, China, Japan, Mexico. I mean, everybody down the line in ancient history has been enslaved, and every race, creed, or religion has been enslaved at one point or another. If you ever look through a history book, you would actually know this shit. And this is the one thing that I hate about these dumb fuck assholes like these. They like to sit there and say, America's so racist. America's so racist because of systemic racism of the history. Well, how? My question is, we were the first country to abolish slavery. First country to abolish slavery. And other countries follow suit. So, we're the least racist country in the world. And you have an American accent, so yeah, you're American.
We're racist? We're the victims, though. We're a victim of these atrocious acts these people committed against.
Okay, you're not the victim. Your ancestors were. My ancestors were. And then you automatically assume that my ancestry, which again, you don't know anything about, you don't know every other white people's ancestry. How you know that some of these other white people came here on boats and they were poor immigrants coming over here from the 1920s, 1940s, 50s, 60s, or 1800s that never owned a slave? Majority of white people back, even during the Civil War, majority of white people didn't own slaves. Majority of them were poor farmers. That's the facts. And you don't want to look into the facts because, of course, you're ignorant. That's why they call racism ignorance.
But we're the racists. At first we were the victims, now we're the racists? So you're telling me we don't have the right to be angry? Is that what you're saying? You're saying that right?
Oh, you have the right to be angry, but there's lots to be angry about besides something holding a grudge that happened a long time ago. That, again, that you're a mass delusion claiming you're a victim. Quit making excuses in your life and grow the fuck up.
Supremacy is a myth? Well...
No. Don't get me wrong. White supremacy is not a myth. There's Richard Spencer's, the KKK, white supremacy. These groups, again, are in butt-fucking Kentucky, 20 miles from here, that is only one person in a small town, and... again, there's not very much of them. Majority of white people these days are growing up around different types of cultures and race. So, it's not like everybody's racist. Majority of white people are not racist, dumb fuck. Just because somebody acts like an asshole to you because you act like a fucking dweeb doesn't mean they're racist. It's like somebody coming up to me and acting like an asshole. I accept the fact that he's an asshole and he's a self-indulgent prick, that he is so insecure about his damn self that he'd rather have this attitude towards you because he has his problem with his self-confidence. Doesn't mean he's racist, that this means he's a fucking dick. I dress all gothic with piercings and tattoos and wear all black and look all gloomy and dark. Do I go around thinking that, I'm oppressed because I'm gothic and everybody who acts like a dick to me because they hate me because I'm gothic? The answer is fucking no. You have to realize there's people out there who are just pricks to be pricks. The ignorance coming out of your mouth. You probably live up in New York, then everybody's a fucking asshole. Or Pittsburgh. When somebody says fuck you, that means hello in New York. God's sake.
Well, I said that's bullshit. That's pure unadulterated bullshit. And,
No, sir. You're bullshit.
Whoever is in favor of this idea, do us all a favor and fucking kill yourself. This is why white people are going extinct. Karma's a bitch.
So you believe in karma. Okay, if you don't think that black people can't be racist, so those 5 black teenagers who kidnapped that white, mentally handicapped Trump supporter, who are racist, deserve to go to prison and probably get ass raped like bitches. the ignorance that comes out of your mouth, and you're hoping white people go extinct, it shows me that you sound like fucking Hitler. It does. The unbelievable ignorance. You sound like Richard Spencer, but a black version of Richard Spencer. Just be honest with me. Fuck white people. That's what your point you're saying. That's the viewpoint that you have. And it's just purely ignorant. Have you ever had somebody who is not white disagree with your dumb opinion? I think many of my friends with different races say, well, fuck you. Okay, go on.
This is why white people are going extinct. I hate to say it. I don't think all white people are evil devils. I don't think you're all blue-eyed.
Well, I would think so how you talk.
White devils, I don't think so. I think it's the vast majority of white people. And,
vast majority of white people, again, majority of white people, again, are not racist. I think you just have a negative attitude, and everybody who realizes it say, well, fuck you, you're a prick, and you misconstrued it as a racism. Get a life, bro. Oh, God.
Your ancestors, and because there's still a remnant of your people that are fucking racist, you have to pay for that. You have to.
Have to what? Okay, there's more in FBI stats. I mean, there's more white people getting shot by officers compared to blacks, and there's more black on black crime, and there's more black on black crime than ever before in history. You saying we're going extinct, but there's more issues between these neighborhoods that are inner cities than ever before. I feel bad for people going through this shit. You're just a damn sociopath who is a ignorant, dumb fuck idiot. And I would say this to my cousin, my uncle, who are racist. You are ignorant, dumb fucks, and you as well.
You have to. You're going extinct, and you should blame your ancestors for that. You have a low fertility rate, a high suicide rate, and yeah, you're going extinct.
And what basis, and what kind of, I don't know, proof that you have that is happening? Again, there's no white privilege because we're all equally oppressed because of society. And their bullshit of trying to separate us like you are falling for the bullshit now. You're a brainwashed puppet by the democratical bullshit of, wah, I'm a victim. Grow up.
I'll see you guys in my next video. I'll be making more videos about this. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, you said you're gonna make more videos of this. But of course, I can, make more videos insulting you and your complete ignorance and massive delusion of your mind. Because I know you're wrong, and most people would say you're a moron. But hey, you know what? This is the thing is, there's a definition term of racism. You know that? It's when somebody hates another person for their race, regardless of what race they are. Anybody can be racist. It's a little thing called Wikipedia and Encyclopedia. Have you ever fucking looked this up at? Hey, you know what? I want to get my main homie, my main gothic homie, my friend, my bros, to look this up for you. Google. It's a little thing called Google, okay? 1 second. But let's hear from my gothic homie right here. What up, bro?
Black people cannot be racist. According to this black girl I was arguing with, so my response was, why? Because the African American race is oppressed. Okay, let's clear this up. Hey Google.
What's good, my nigga?
Tell me the definition of racism.
Racism. The belief that all members of each race possess characteristics or abilities specific to that race, especially so as to distinguish it as inferior or superior to another race or races.
See there. That's my argument there. I'm a person, there's only one race. The human race. And we don't need to be divided. It's a natural instinct. Racism is taught and full of ignorance. And there's only one race, the human race. We're all human beings, and we all have this natural urge to take care of each other. That's why we seek love. That's why we want nurture from other people. That's why we're sociable creatures. And dumb fucks like you want to pull anybody into their shithole of misery, because misery loves company, and it shows me. So, it's kind of funny thinking this. But you know what? I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have fun. God bless America. You guys have a good one. Bye, I'm out.